Player 2 has joined the game.
Hey, yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome to episode 73 of the Two Player Co-op Podcast. As always, I'm one of your hosts here, Kevin, along with my brother from my mother, Sean.
How we doing?
Didn't let me finish. It's not how we do this.
I'm ready to
Going
go.
off script.
Let's do it.
Off the script. How are you doing, sir?
No script. I'm good. How are you, sir?
How are you? I mean, I'm good.
I'm good. Still good. A belated Happy Mother's Day to all you mothers out there.
Yes, we have mothers, and I am married to a mother. Sean is the girlfriend. Nope, the boyfriend. Nope, the fiance to a future mother.
Yes.
And yeah, Happy Mother's Day. But hey, celebrate your mothers every day. For all you mothers out there, we love y'all. So you got even more puppy life. Do you even want? I don't even know. This dog is cute as hell.
Super cute.
Almost killed Dad.
I don't want to say anything too bad in case. I don't know if any of them listen. I don't want to tattle on. She's who will remain nameless. She's a puppy.
She's a puppy. She's
We've
so
been
cute.
puppy sitting for about.
She almost killed Dad though.
36 hours. She's just a puppy. And I mean, I know Murph's still a puppy. He's all of 5 months old. But it's funny. I've forgotten what it's really like to have a
Newborn
puppy.
Kind of.
Like,
yeah.
We both had to get up in the middle of the night to let her out, and she was just not letting us sleep past 7. And
Oh, you poor baby.
she will.
I cannot. Anybody that's watching that's a dad. I mean, come on. If I could sleep till 7 o'clock, I would be in heaven.
Everything's plugged in.
Yep.
What's the thing on the right?
It's the hard drive. It's just saying we're working.
Okay.
Not that we ever have technical difficulties here, right?
She'll
Right,
like-
Kevin? We don't have a Kevin.
She'll go out and pee, and then she'll go out and pee again a few minutes later, and then she'll come inside and pee again. Like,
This is fun. I like peeing.
just she's not had any. Oh, she hasn't had any poop accidents, but she has the worst toy. It's like a It's like a It's not even squeaky. It's like a crinkly. It's like a chew toy, and it's like a pretzel. But when you walk into a room and you see a brown, curly, cute thing about this big on the floor,
that is cruel.
every time I'm like, oh, okay.
It's a turd. No, it's not a turd.
Yeah, but no, that's good. She's getting picked back up tonight. I'll miss her. She's Bernese
Python?
That's a Burmese.
Oh.
But is it a Bernese mountain dog?
Yes, because I was asking if it was a
Burmese?
Great Pyrenees, and Dad said no, it's a Bernese or whatever it is.
So
it's
a
whatever we're
Burmese-
trying to say.
It's a Burmese
Python.
but it's a Bernese mountain dog. It's Bernie's mountain dog. My good buddy Bernie. It's his mountain dog.
Oh, and she was for the weekend.
Super cute. Was weekend with
Bernie's Python.
That
And
probably didn't
Selkin.
come through at all on the mic. But yeah, she'll be gone tonight. I'll miss her. She's super cute. Murph's had fun with a playmate around.
Well, he's had a lot of getting used to other dogs too, with Riley and with
true.
Buddy.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
Buddy, my little buddy, he ain't got time for Murphy. Murphy's
Ain't nobody
that
got
little
time for that.
young whippersnapper.
I also big weekend yesterday morning for
Bed
the
Bath
first
and Beyond?
time. No bet. Well, we did go to bed.
You
Bath and
did?
Beyond. Because we have a house guest coming next weekend, and that finally got us to get around to actually but doing some work on our guest bathroom.
Who could that guest be? That is really weird.
knows?
That is really weird.
But yeah, so we got a nice shower curtain and a shower curtain rod.
Oh, well, that's important.
You need both of those. But yeah, so a little Bed Bath & Beyond. But for the first time yesterday morning, for the first time ever,
comma. Is that an Oxford comma or is that just a comma?
No, Oxford comma is I went to the store to get milk, comma, bread, comma, cheese, comma, and beer.
Right.
You don't need that It could just be comma, cheese, and beer.
Wine and beer. I don't know. It's in a song. I don't know. It's in
So I went disc
We're off to a
golf.
rousing start. Oh yeah,
Frisbee golf.
Frolf.
Lot of fun. We have a park right in our town here. I've seen it a few times, but we didn't have anything to play with. Brittany was able to borrow a set from a coworker or something, so we finally got around to playing. I'm hooked. It's so much better than golf. So much less frustrating. Like With golf, I don't know how many of you golf out there, but with me, when I golf, I feel like I do the same thing every time, and I get a different result every single time, and it's the most frustrating thing. At least with this, if I make a bad throw, I'm like, yep, I threw that poorly. That was stupid. I aimed that. I know what went wrong. I know how to fix it, so it's not frustrating. Golf, it's like I'll do one thing, and I'll slice it, and it'll go 50 yards to the right. I'll do the same thing after that, and then 200 yards, drop it right near the hole. I'm like, I'm not doing anything different. Like, I can't do golf. I don't have the patience for it. I can't. I'm all about disc golf, though. And I'm actually quite good for only playing my first time. It's like a par 3 course. I don't know if that's typical for disc golf, but it's only 9 holes, so it's a 27 par. We played it twice. First one I shot.
Is there an actual basket you throw it into, or is there just like a circle on the ground?
Yeah, you can look it up. It's like a metal.
I've never played either.
Pole.
I'll play golf all day long.
It's like a metal pole sticking out of the ground with
suck.
like a tray.
Yeah.
And then there's like a ring at the top.
Like a basketball hoop, right? Kinda.
Sort of.
Like a chain hoop or something.
At the top, yeah. So at the top there's a ring, and from that ring up here down to just the middle of the pole is a bunch of chains. So the idea is you throw the frisbee in there and it just kind of like catches it.
Okay. That seems like something that would be in a video game.
But so first round I shot a 33, so 6 over par, not bad. Obviously a lot better than I could ever golf.
Yes.
Second time, 29.
Wow.
2 over par. First time playing, I think that's pretty good. But I'm hooked. I love it. I'll probably get my own set now, but so much fun. We had a blast, so I'm gonna have to keep doing that.
Fun fact on me, I'm never very good at throwing frisbees. They do this, and then they do this, and then they...
But see, that comes in handy in frisbee golf.
If you can
Because there's
play
a lot
it right.
of dog leg lefts, and you can just throw it.
Interesting.
When you have a dog leg right, though, I'm like, well, I can't do anything about that.
Right.
But when you got a left, I just throw it normal, and every time it goes...
I mean, now that does come in handy in golf, too, if you can do it right. If you got a draw or a fade.
Right. I just have a nasty slice that I can't get rid of.
so well.
But yeah. What about you? What have you been up to this weekend?
I'm good. I don't know what I did this weekend.
Yeah, I feel like I didn't do...
I just adulted last weekend. I mean, this weekend. That's all I did. Yesterday was all... We didn't even get to work on the room or anything because it was like working on the pool, repairing the fence. I went to mow the other day, and the fence board had just completely fallen down.
Yeah.
I was like, well, what the hell? What was so funny?
Nothing. I thought that sentence was going to be, I went to Moe's.
Oh.
You said I went
Welcome
to
to
Moe's.
Moe's!
Welcome to Moe's!
So I had to repair that. I had to repair a couple other fence boards because Buddy's always getting out. I don't know how he's never gotten hit by a car. Jesus. I did that. It's all adult stuff. Just boring. Like, I went to Lowe's yesterday and I bought 3 fence boards, wood shims for when we do the door, pool chemicals. What else? A pool brush. Whatever. It was just like the most random assortment of stuff from Lowe's. Like one thing from every department, basically.
Right.
That was my Saturday. But before that, earlier in the week, I did finally go see Guardians of the Galaxy 2. And my people on Twitter that I love, they just think very differently about this movie than me. I was going back and forth with Bernardo and Nick. Logan really liked it too. I liked the movie. I thought it was fine. But I feel like I'm in the vast minority, and I think you kind of are on the same wavelength as me, where it's just like...
I'm in between you and what seems to be the majority online.
I was like, meh. It was good. It was a 7 out of 10 is what I would call it.
I would say it's like an 8.5 out of 10, but I would say the first one is like a 9.
But the first was like a 9.5 out of 10 to me.
Yeah.
It's just because it was new and it was so special. It just seemed like... It seemed like there were jokes that did not hit in this.
Right.
The fact that it was just, oh God, I almost went into spoilers. I'm not going to say that. The emotional punch wasn't what I thought it was going to be at the end. And I was like, oh, okay. The end dragged on way too long. This movie was 25 minutes too long. There was a lot of fluff in there. Love Batista still. I never in my life would have thought. And of course,
I like him so much better in this movie than I don't care about him as a wrestler.
But it's like he's so good in this movie because he is Drax. Like his personality is he's not a very like he's never going to be the Rock or anybody like that. So he is so perfect for that role. Chris Pratt's Chris Pratt. He's awesome. what's his name? Kurt Russell was great as Ego. The whole time, I'm like, well, that's weird. Ego's just a dude.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Then
What did you think about? I can't think of her name, but the new girl,
Mantis?
Yeah. Everybody online's like raved about her, like, "Ooh, here's the best part about the second Guardians of the Galaxy." I'm like,
Her?
really? Yeah. I'm like, I don't. What? I mean, she was just kind of there, like
She was fine, but she was nothing more than fine. I don't know. Like 7 out of 10. I think Man of Steel's a better movie. Sorry. Not sorry. Man of Steel's a better movie than this.
Do you think Batman versus Super? I saw you having some conversations with Logan online. Is Batman versus Superman better than this? I'll give you the extended,
the real cut.
Yeah, better than this.
I don't know. I think they're about the same, honestly.
If you were to say it's better, Batman versus Superman is better, I would say you are in.
Then I'm in the minority.
You are in you are the 1%, basically, at that point.
Finally!
I think there's a lot of people that think it was good, not great.
It was
I don't
good,
even
not
think
great.
that you would. I think that's
I think it was fine. Not
good.
Not it just below. Nah, I don't know. It's not a great movie, I don't think.
Do you, again, without getting into spoilers,
Yes.
do you see what I was talking about before you had seen it, about how, like I said, it was a good movie, but I just don't get how, I felt like it added nothing to the overall, the MCU
right
storyline. Like, okay, what
Yeah.
really got furthered with this movie? We didn't see
Nothing.
any
Well,
of
just,
the... Yeah. Well, yeah. But...
We're not going to go into spoilers.
No.
But I know what you mean, and right.
It
And
just
even
seemed
the
like
post
nothing
credits,
really-
the post credits, that guy, that has nothing to do with it either. I'm like,
Yeah.
well, what was the point of that? Set up volume 3 like 4 years from now when they got to do all
Right.
this other stuff before then?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, I liked it. It was a lot of fun. If I wasn't busy Tuesday night, I would have gone and seen it again.
yeah.
But I'm not too upset that I didn't go see it again. And I probably won't see it again at this point until it's,
No.
out on to rent or whatever. But
I do think Man of Steel is a better movie, though. That's not a hot take. That's not me trying to be controversial.
you officially, by the chain rule, then you officially say
Man of Steel is better than Batman or Superman. Absolutely.
Really?
Yes, absolutely. And miles better than Suicide Squad. The more I think about it, it keeps dropping. It's like a 3 out of 10 for me now.
really.
Yeah, and it's only a
I
3
enjoyed
because
it. I thought it was
Margot, Jared, and Will are so good. Everything else in that movie is just horrible.
Yeah.
Batman or Superman's a 7 out of 10. Man of Steel's at 8.5 out of 10. Man of Steel I keep liking that movie more and more every time I see it. Batman versus Superman, whenever I think about it or watch it, I'm trying to like it more than I do.
Right.
Wonder Woman.
Yeah, I was gonna say we got Wonder Woman in a couple weeks.
Weeks away.
3 weeks.
Greg Miller said he already got his tickets. Fandango has them on sale for some places, but not Collierville yet. Not like you need.
Are you doing opening night?
Oh yeah, Thursday night.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna do a video. I don't know about Rasan. Rasan, I mean, hit me up. I could just text you, but let me know. Yeah, it's fine. I'm not like people that love it. I'm not like, what is, like when Bernardo said it's his favorite Marvel movie. I'm not like, what is wrong with you?
I can certainly see how some people would say it's better than the first one. To say it's their favorite Marvel movie in general, to me, that's a bit of a stretch. But if you like it better than the first, I could see that. That's not out of the realm of possibilities.
I still think
but
my favorite Marvel movies, and again, I haven't seen them all. And because I'm a hater. But Winter Soldier, then probably Civil War with Avengers right there. Avengers 2, I don't care about seeing. I'm never going to see a Thor movie.
did you not see it?
What?
Avengers 2?
No, because I heard everybody's just like, meh.
It was fun.
I love the
I think
first,
Civil War was better. I mean, that was basically another Avengers movie, but
the first trailer when he did "There Are No Strings on," I was like,
Ultron ended up
Holy
being very
crap.
disappointing.
really?
That's
what I
the
heard.
movie was fun, but he as like the bad guy was the
That's
coolest
every Marvel
part.
movie.
There are
No strings. I was like, oh my
I was
god,
like, that's awesome.
that was
But
the
yeah,
most excited I had been for a Marvel movie.
that was the highlight
trailer.
of him in that movie.
Really?
Yeah.
And I love Winter Soldier. I like that better than Civil War.
Yeah.
And it's not because Civil War copied Batman vs Superman. I just think it's a better movie.
Yeah.
Altogether. But that's really it.
Yeah.
Let us know your comments. If I'm crazy, which I'm starting to think maybe I am. And it's not, let me get this clear. This is not because I'm a Marvel hater. Because I know Guardians is Marvel, but it's not like what I think of when I think of the MC. I know it's in there, but you know what I mean. It's not
it's almost. It was almost like that second tier,
right?
Like before Guardians of the Galaxy came out, the movie. I'm guessing there were a lot of people like us that were like, "What?
I never even heard of them." Yeah,
yeah. Well, what's weird? Last little segue before we move on. It confused the crap out of me, and now I don't remember what it was called. But around the time that came out, well, probably a little before that came out, there was some like animated movie that had nothing to do with superhero, but it had a very similar name, and it was like the Easter Bunny and Santa Claus and the Tooth Fairy, like Defenders of the Galaxy. Or
no,
something
it's
like
Guardians.
That.
Noah has it.
And I got them so confused, and then I started hearing about Guardians of the Galaxy is coming out. I'm like, I thought that's what is happening? And
oh my god, that's gonna drive me nuts.
Maybe it did. Maybe it did have Guardians.
No, it definitely does. But I'm now. I can't. What? Oh, that's gonna drive me nuts. What have you been playing this week, Sean?
I haven't really played
any more Mario Kart or anything.
I did like one or two. What do you call it?
Grand Prix
circuits. Yeah, in Mario Kart.
Rise of the Guardians. Okay,
that's the one I was thinking of.
That's actually really. They watched it one time and I was like, "This is stupid." Jack Frost and Santa, and all that. But the way they did it, it's really cool.
Really,
and kids. If we were kids, we would love that movie.
No, I haven't played a whole lot. I don't know what I did this week. I did get to the end. Long. I did get to the end of Blaster Master demo.
Okay. Have you? Is it worth $10? Are you gonna make the plunge?
Was a lot of fun.
Really?
I don't remember I mean, you don't get to do much in the demo,
right?
But it seems like a very Metroidvania-y game, which I don't remember it being. Because you're exploring in the car, and then you can explore a little more as the person, and then you can go into the caves and do like the closer zoom, top-down perspective kind of levels. Not levels, just areas. But like I got to this thing where there's this big head, like, and I would shoot it to try to kill it because I had to kill it to get by, and if I shot it, it wouldn't do any damage, and it would shoot back at me. I'm like, well, whatever, I'll just go this way. And then I got to this area, and I got to the power up at the end. It was like, oh, you powered up Sophia or whatever your car's name is, and now you can kill enemies you couldn't before. I'm like, now I can go over there, and I can, sure enough, I can kill that head. And then I went into this door, and it was like, thank you. That's the end of the demo.
Yeah.
Like,
well, that's why they do it to make you have that reaction.
Well, right, yeah. So it is more Metroidvania-ish than I remembered, or at least the demo makes it seem that way.
You played Blaster Master a lot more than I did.
Well, we rented it. I don't think we owned it.
But I don't know. But I still think, or you have a deeper affinity for that game than I do. Yeah.
So I don't know. It was a lot of fun. I'm tempted to actually go and buy it. I got to, speaking of Metroidvania, the one boss I got to fight, Mother Brain. Just literally, it was called Mother Brain. I'm like, this seems...
Wait, it was really called Mother Brain?
It was called Mother Brain.
Does Nintendo make Blaster Master?
Sunsoft or Hudson or one of those things. So, I don't know. I was like, that seems like a little bit of a ripoff, but why is that game should be on there? I'm pointing at the NES Classic Edition. But yeah, I don't know. I'm tempted. I mean, for $10. Oh, speaking of buying games, I finally caved and bought Horizon. Should be here tomorrow. I don't know how much I'll get to play this. I'll at least get to fire it up and play a little bit, so I'll have my first thoughts next week. I'm hoping that I will have played it enough. I'm sure that if I've gotten to play it enough, it'll make my top 75 list coming up in a couple weeks.
Segue.
So I got 2 weeks to really get into it.
You will know. It's like 2 hours in, I think, where you kind of get through the tutorial and the epilogue, the prologue.
Is it like Zelda?
Everything.
Once you get the sailcloth, then it's like everything opens up, and you're like, oh, okay, here we go.
Kind of sailcloth.
Isn't that what it's called? Sailcloth.
The hang glider.
Yeah, what's it called?
It's not called a sail. Isn't it called a hang glider?
No.
Sailcloth. I think you made up. It sounds cool, but I was like, what is he talking about? No, you don't really get like that, but you get through the tutorial, and then you get through like the first part of Aloy's life, and then the story just goes like from to boom, and you're like, okay, now I'm hooked. I think that's about 2-3 hours in. And you pre-ordered Final Fantasy 12 also, correct?
I also pre-ordered Final Fantasy 12. Amazon screwed me over with, what do you call it?
Mario Kart.
Mario Kart. Okay, it looks like it's just called a paraglider. But sailcloth is something.
I've never, not in Zelda, it's not. Sailcloth. Isn't that just a sail?
Yes.
A sail is made out of
this
cloth.
might be.
Is it going to be a Final Fantasy thing?
It's what do you call it? Wind Waker. Oh no, Skyward Sword. It's the Skyward Sword thing. That's what you.
Oh, you go down to the world with
Okay,
it.
I knew I wasn't making it.
I was like, you were so confident that you didn't even like. It's one of those things where I say something like that, then
if
I'm
you
like,
say
wait,
it with
what did I just
conviction,
say?
people will believe you.
Yeah,
but you still didn't believe me.
No, I didn't. 'Cause I knew it was wrong.
But yeah, so they screwed me over with
Mario Kart.
Kart. In the end, it didn't matter because by the time I got it, that was the first day I actually had a chance to play it anyway. But they're like, oh, we'll give you 20% off a future order. So I'm like, all right, I need to get Final Fantasy 12. Then I started getting flack from this guy. And
I finally
John
just
Bernardo
said yes.
and Logan and Nick and Adam. And I was like, you know what? I'll just order it.
Shut all these people up.
I'm already ordering Final Fantasy. I'll just tack this on, get 20% off of both of them, and be done with it.
I am so happy for you.
So it'll be here tomorrow.
I can't wait.
I'll probably be able to talk a little bit about it next week. Next episode. And then I'll probably have more deeply
When we get to 75.
something thoughts, at 75. By the way, see this? Don't you
This table.
Don't you be getting too attached to this table. This may be the last time you see it.
Spoiler.
Maybe.
That's called a tease in the radio world. This is a podcast, which is basically radio now.
But yeah, I guess that's really all I've played. What about you?
Horizon Zero Dawn, I kept plugging away. I still have not beaten it because I just don't want to yet. But I'm now to the point where the next time I turn it on, which I guess will be tomorrow night, unless we finish up the secret project we're working on tomorrow night, I will do the last mission and beat it. I've gotten all the collectibles. I've done the side quests that I need to do that are story related, so that one trophy pops when I do the last mission. I've done all the cauldrons, which are like the little... I thought they were like dungeons, but they are like shrines. They're not as long as dungeons. They're more like shrines. Combat shrines.
Right.
I've done all that. I just... The only thing I have to do is, so I got to beat that. I'm at level like 46 now, so I have to beat the story. Then I have to level up to level... I've done the kill these 10 things this way, unlock this many of these, of the dinosaur robot things. I've done all that. So now it's just get to beat the game, get to level 50, do the hunting grounds. I did one hunting ground because that's part of one of the side missions you had to do. And I got the highest rank in 2 out of the 3 things. The other thing, I just got like rank 2 out of 3 instead of like the highest. I got like a silver medal. Took me forever to do that. I mean, forever, like 10 minutes, but it was like, this, I'm about to throw a controller.
Right.
Looked it up online. Everybody's like, this is stupid. This is just impossible. This one, it's like people saying they had to try it like 15, 20 times in a row before they finally did it in that time limit. Like I did mine in like 10 seconds over the limit.
This is how I felt with the stupid, whatever like the bonus challenge things were in God of War.
Oh, the challenge of the gods or
yeah,
Olympus or whatever.
Thing.
Yeah.
That's why as soon as I got to that, I'm like, well, I'm never going to platinum this game.
Yeah.
Before that, I'm like, I might get a platinum here. And no, that's exactly
once
how I felt.
Once you get through that, the platinum's easy after that.
Yeah.
But, so I'm not, but I think the one that, it sounds like the one that I didn't get the highest rank on is the hardest one. So I feel like, okay, I'll just save it. That'll make the platinum so worth it. Like I'm going to beat the game, go back, do all the hunting stuff, then get up to level 50, which will come as I'm doing the hunting. And then I'll do side quests and stuff and go hunt T-Rexes just to get my XP up. Get to level 50, go do that last thing, and then I got the platinum. And then I'll probably move on to Axiom Verge because Axiom Verge was on sale for $10. I finally bought it. I bought it. It's just sitting over there. Still don't know if I'm going to play it on the Vita or if I'm going to play it on the PS4. Probably going to do PS4 just because.
You probably should.
Just because that screen, I just don't know how it'll work.
It is a perfect handheld game to be able to just pick it up
thing.
And be able to pick up and play a little bit of it. But you're probably better off playing on PlayStation.
Yeah.
But I think you're going to like that game a lot.
Yeah. I'm very excited to finally get that. And talk about a palate cleanser. That's a good palate cleanser. Nice Metroidvania, old school. Probably, is it challenging? Or is it just like the right level?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's not. The most challenging parts, I think, come into play as far as just figuring out what to do next, where to go. But it's not like I can't beat this boss. Like, none of it was too challenging, but it's like Super Metroid. It's like Metroid with a map. Mm-hmm. As far as like, I mean, obviously better than 8-bit, but that style.
Yeah.
But it's like Super Metroid, and it's got a lot of that backtracking and a map and like the different areas. And if you like Super Metroid, you're going to like this game.
Is this game better than Shadow Complex? I keep thinking more and more about the game. Like, I want to go back and play it again. I don't know why.
It's so, I mean, they're so similar, but they're quite a bit different too. It's more, I would say this is closer to Metroid.
Okay.
Whereas Shadow Complex is more closer to... I would say Shadow Complex is very much like you said, like a flashback Metroid.
Yeah, Flashbackvania.
Hybrid.
Yeah.
This is more just
Metroid.
Yeah.
That's cool.
So, I don't know. It's... I would almost say it's better. I think it's better.
Yeah.
It's very much more the style of Metroid.
Yeah.
With like weird little flying. It's not
and
just
the
like
glitches
people
and stuff
and like
everything.
throwing.
Yeah.
You're just sneaking up on people and stealth kill. It's like more like, yeah.
I got you.
You'll definitely like it. If you like Super Metroid and you like Shadow Complex, there's no way you don't like this game.
Yeah. I'm excited to finally play it.
Yeah.
I think after that, it's finally time, like I talked about last week, and I had good conversations this week with Christian. He's at Campbell Soups on Twitter. One of the buddies I've been talking to on Twitter for a few years now. Going back to before Metal Gear Solid 5 released, I think we found each other mutual interest in trying to downplay the Gray Fox theories with Python and Selkie. And we've kept in touch ever since. He's played through it 4 times on these saves. That's awesome. And he's got different ideas for playing it all, subsistence, like treating it almost like you can't do supply. Like, treat it more like what I basically gathered is treat it more like you really are Venom Snake. You are, like, you can't just, like, in real, like, even if you're out, you can't just keep calling in these supply drops and get new weapons and all that. Like, no, go. You got what you got, go.
Figure it out. Yep.
Yeah. So I'm very excited. I don't know that I'm going to go to that level. I probably will do it off and on. I got an article I need to read still from Flying Fox, some analysis on Metal Gear Solid 5. I finally got through that huge blog post I was talking about last week, 27,000 words on Metal Gear Solid 5.
Yep.
It was multiple lunch periods. It wasn't like just one lunch break and read it. No, but it's really good analysis on Venom and everything that goes into the subtle bits you might never picked up on. It's really good.
Yeah.
Are you ready for the news of the week?
Let's do it.
So I don't really feel either way about this. Mass Effect Andromeda was very not well received.
Yeah.
We had Ernie and Derek on. Not a fan. They've played through the whole Mass Effect series. Not a fan of this game. Not many people were. And now the fallout is finally happened. Mass Effect is now, quote, on ice. BioWare Montreal, who developed Mass Effect Andromeda, is now a support studio who will be helping EA with their new live service IP, which is codenamed Dylan. I hate it. Like, it's so weird because before Andromeda came out and sucked, I was like, man, this is the kind of RPG that I could get into. You know?
Right.
This is something like it's action heavy and everything with RPG elements and all that other stuff. And then it just sucked. And I'm like, well, okay, never mind. And I'm never going to go back and play 1 or 2 or definitely not 3. Like, I'm just not going to do it. Now, did they say Mass Effect is not just dead? They didn't say that, but it is on hold for the foreseeable future.
This is my issue with video games today. In that, when you take into account like inflation and stuff, video games are cheaper today than they were when we were kids.
Yes.
But at the same time, when we were kids, we weren't spending our own money, but whatever. It's similar to the reason why, as dumb as it sounds, why I don't read as much as I would like 2.
Also.
That was a weird sentence. I think it was a fine sentence. I just had some weird pause in there. Pauses, not pause.
Now you're pausing.
But like, I feel like if I bought this game, if I was looking forward to this game, I would have bought this on day one, and then I would have played it, and I would have been like, okay, this is not great, but it's not bad. And then I would have kept playing it, expecting it to get better and get better and get better, and it just never did. And before you know it, I'm like, I've wasted so much time on that. And that's how I am with like books.
Yeah.
I would love to be able to just go to a bookstore and pick up a random book and be like, I want to read this. But I feel like not all books start out fantastic. I feel like I would have to invest multiple hours into them, and then by that point, I would just be upset that I wasted so much time on a crappy book. Whereas a movie, it's like, I'll pick up a random movie and watch it, and if it sucks, well, I wasted 2 hours of my life. Who cares? With video games now, it's like, that's how I kind of felt about Final Fantasy 13. I was stoked about it. I got it, I think, day one, and it sucked. I played it for a little. I never finished it. I didn't put a whole lot of time into it, but I'm like, this is just not getting any better. But apparently people liked it because they made like 2 different like spin-offs for it or whatever. And
yeah,
I don't know. It's just, this is why I'm like, always had, especially a game like, I've never been big into Mass Effect, but this seemed like a can't miss game. Like, how do you screw up Mass Effect? Everybody loves Mass Effect. But now I'm like, well, now I don't know what to believe, but I don't know. It's weird.
It sucks. The good thing, though, is there's no layoffs that are part of this. So that's good. So nobody's losing their jobs over this, but they're just going to be a support studio instead of making their own games. And I don't know. I assume Mass Effect will come back at some point.
It's too big of an IP to just disappear completely. But
their original plans of a new trilogy are clearly not going to happen.
Yeah.
In happier news, we might have got some more information about God of War 4, God of Thor, God of War, Ragnarok. I don't know what it's going to be called. Cory Barlog. I didn't say Balrog.
But you said Kari.
I did say Kari. On Twitter was asked some questions over the past week about God of War, name to be determined at a later date. This comes from PlayStation Universe, PSU, that sent this out. Writing on Twitter in response to a fan asking how things are coming along, the game's director, Cory Barlog, replied, quote, "It's going well. It's a daily emotional meat grinder, but I feel very good about where we are going." Then he also spoke about his desire to improve upon the God of War series' narrative values for his latest installment in the action-adventure franchise. Quote, "That is my goal, but of all of you will really be the judge. This team is just damn incredible, though, so my confidence is high." Finally, Barlog also hinted that God of War release date may have already been set, at least eternally. When a cheeky fan, you can tell this is like a British site, quizzed him on the game's launch, Barlog replied, quote, "I think I could, but I don't want to yet. Sorry." I kind of have a bone to pick with everybody about God of War, and literally with everybody, I think. I like God of War's story. I like not only the story, but I like Kratos as a character. I hate when it's Colin, again, to prove that I don't just, I'm not all about Colin Moriarty. He's probably been the most vocal of all the video game media types that just were like, Kratos sucks as a character. He's a bad character. All he does is yell and get angry and kill everybody. Well, I mean, and he does that, but there's so much under the surface, and there's everything when you learn about his backstory. You should go through all the games and the prequels and his brother, even before you figure out what he did to his wife and his kid when he was blinded by Ares and all this other stuff. Like, he has good reason to be filled with rage. Now, could he have gone about things differently? Yes, but like they try to act like Kratos, all he does is yell and scream in these games, that he has no quiet moments or moments where he's like, what have I done? And all this. He has plenty of moments where he's introspective and everything. So I hate when he gets characterized that way. That being said, based on these tweets, it sounds like they are going for more of a fuller Kratos, I guess you want to say, more of a, when they're talking about the narrative and everything, and he's going through an emotional meat grinder.
Yeah.
Like, I think they're trying to take Kratos and God of War to the next level. Make him
more like relatable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which, again, he's got a son. So right there, you have to humanize him a little bit because he can't just be an angry murderer when he's got to worry about his boy, Odin, or whoever. I mean, not Odin, Thor, or whoever he ends up being. Like, I'm just very intrigued by this. There's also a rumor going around that the release date is September.
I
won't be surprised.
Very hard to believe
if they say it's September
and it gets delayed till March.
This game is coming out March 2018. I would bet not any amount of money. I would bet a good amount of money that this game is coming out March 2018. No, I have no sources, but every major console God of War release has been a March game. Why would they change for now?
And this does not seem like it's ready for a September release.
No way. But you like God of War. You haven't played all...
I just played 1, 2, 3.
You haven't played all 6 games like I have.
Right.
What do you think about these statements and what I said about Kratos as a character? Do you think he gets a bad rap, or do you think everybody else other than me is on point when they talk about Kratos as a character?
I think he's a much deeper character than he seems to get credit for. Yeah, he yells a lot, but that doesn't mean...
Ares!
It doesn't... Well, who cares? Like...
Athena!
Right. I don't know. I think that's stupid. It's just people... It's the same kind of people that you get in every... Whether it's video games or movies or TVs, people wanting to take something that is universally, for the most part, universally liked and just... find something to be like, well, I don't like it because of this, and this makes me different. It's like, shut up. Like,
it reminds me, it's nothing, it's not really, maybe it's similar, I don't know. The whole ludonarrative dissidence.
yes.
Did I say it right?
I have no idea.
Basically, you take what you see in cutscenes of a character and who they are and all this other stuff, and the gameplay does not match up to that at all. For instance, everybody says Nathan Drake is the biggest mass murderer in the history of video games. That he's killed hundreds of thousands of people, and it doesn't match up with him being this wisecracking guy who loves Elena and all this other stuff.
Well,
How is he different from any other game? Are these pirates not trying to kill him too? He's going to get a treasure. He's just trying to get to a treasure. And then all these friggin' pirates and everything come out and they start shooting at him. What's he supposed to go? Oh, shucks, guess I should go home. No, he's going to shoot back and he's going to kill those people. Is Drake going out there and just finding innocent people and just murdering them and slitting their throats or something? No, that's not this at all. Every action game ever made, you are a psychopath murderer. But everybody calls out Nathan Drake, and I get so freaking sick of it. It literally, as you can tell, it pisses me off. He's the only character in the history of video games that's been called out for this. How many people has Solid Snake killed? Big Boss. Raiden. With his freaking... Contra. They're killing... I mean, it's aliens and stuff, but like... Any other game... Like, they act like Uncharted is the only game series where you're killing humans. It pisses me off.
I mean, I've never actually heard... Well, I've heard this, but I haven't really given it much thought, but... Maybe it's the combination of... I mean, can you come up with another guy who's so wisecracking throughout the whole game, but is killing people and not killing robots or aliens or...
Everybody in Broforce.
Okay. And, I mean, do you have another one? I mean, you almost need to look at about PlayStation 1 and on. Like something that, I mean, I know that doesn't fit Broforce, but something where a character is meant to be taken seriously. The story is meant to be taken seriously, and somebody is wisecracking the whole time, meanwhile killing person after person after person after person after person.
But it's kill...
And it's people... I know you're not
kill
always
or be
killing
killed.
people, but
it's kill or be killed. Like...
But that's what I'm saying. So
Nate
maybe
isn't going at... Like, they make it seem like Nate is going after these treasures because he wants to kill people. No. He's just wanting to go get the treasures.
But again, I don't know enough about this, so I can't say. But it almost seems... Are they more just saying it's the unrealistic aspect of it that you can go around and kill 100 people and then 5 minutes later be cracking jokes with your girlfriend?
That's a ludonarrative. Let me look it up.
But, yeah, I mean... Yeah, most games, I would say, where you're... It's a quote-unquote serious game and not... And you're killing people for the most part, and not like aliens or monsters or robots or clones or whatever.
Yeah.
You don't typically have such a wisecrack, and I'm not jumping on the bandwagon. I think it's stupid. The little, relatively speaking, that I know about Drake, he seems like a great character, and I like him a lot. Like
ludonarrative dissonance. I said dissidence. Dissonance refers to conflicts between a video game's narrative and its gameplay. So, like, he's just wisecracking, pirate going after some treasure. I'm going to kill you all. They're trying to kill him. What is he supposed to do? Just die?
Well, no, but I think that's what they're saying is that's fine to kill everybody. But then the fact that afterwards you're going to be, making little wisecracks and I don't know. I'm not saying I agree with it, but I think that's more the point that they're trying to make, as opposed to, well, yeah, obviously he's going to kill. If you had 100 people trying to kill you, well, you're probably going to be trying to kill them too.
Right.
But
I don't like it. I don't like it one bit. I don't like it. Hit the comment section and let me know. Sorry, I went on a little bit of a rant there. I don't know how we went from God of War to Drake, but anyway, I know we're both excited for God of War. Trust me. I hope this is a fall game. I think there's about a 5% chance that this comes out this fall.
I just hope they don't go. I know this is another sore subject for at least you and probably other people out there as far as God of War goes. I mean, no disrespect to the franchise, but it is, to some extent, a button masher. I know it's not, but it is. I hope this doesn't, and there's nothing wrong with that.
It doesn't look like it is.
I hope this doesn't veer too far away from that to where you're like, it's all like, what do you call it? Quick time events and like stealth kind of thing.
I think it's going to be more.
That's my biggest worry.
I think it's, now that I've played Horizon Zero Dawn, I can see it being like parts of Horizon Zero Dawn. I also think it's going to be like parts of the Souls series, although I haven't played them. The Dark Souls and Demon Souls games and Bloodborne and stuff like that. I think it's going to be more like that, more big enemy encounters and not so much of the combos and everything like those games were.
Killing like hundreds of little minions flying around. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, where's the ludonarrative dissonance with I guess he's just angry, so there's no dissonance there. He just is what he is. He's just killing people. He's angry. All right, Assassin's Creed, shocking. Assassin's Creed Origins has leaked. By the way, before I get into this, IGN ran a stat. 12 out of the last 13 Assassin's Creed games, which how has there been that many Assassin's Creed games?
I would have thought there was like 7 or 8.
Have leaked ahead of time. It's just funny. From Eurogamer, an off-screen image of the next Assassin's Creed game has popped up on the internet, and 3 separate sources have confirmed it is indeed legit. The image was posted to Reddit by user Shout Out to Ashraf, a now deleted username that looks a lot like a reference to Ashraf Ismail, a Ubisoft staffer who worked on Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag and is currently down as working on an unannounced project at Ubisoft Montreal. Depicts a player character on a boat who wields a bow and arrow and wears a shield on his back. Sounds like another game we played a lot of this year. Last week, a report by WWG.com claimed the next Assassin's Creed was called Assassin's Creed Origins and is a series prequel. Eurogamer sources have confirmed this is indeed the name of the game. It's a prequel and it's out later this year for PC, PS4, and Xbox One. The image confirms boats return to the series after starring in Black Flag, which apparently a lot of people liked. I think a lot of people might think Black Flag is the best Assassin's Creed game, but I haven't played it. A story from 2016 by Kotaku revealed the game, then codenamed Empire, would be set in Egypt. The image also reveals the, quote, assassinate the crocodile mission. Now I kind of want to play this game. That just sounds awesome. It includes the following text, quote, follow Shadia to Canut's villa. Canute was a queen of Egypt and the wife of King Yunus, who lived during the time of the 5th dynasty of Egypt, so it makes it sound like it is, in fact, in Egypt. What do you think? Are you excited at all?
I don't know. Sooner or later, I feel like I need to get into this series. Although apparently there's more games than I even realized, so...
I think they're counting, like, the portable titles and stuff like that, yeah.
But... it's something. It seems like something I would enjoy, but I feel like I need somebody, maybe some of you out there, to just let me know, as we did or tried to do to some avail with Logan, who had never played Zelda. We told him kind of start with this, play this, skip these. I feel like I need somebody to do that for me with Assassin's Creed. As far as a franchise out there that I've completely missed out on, and just the sheer volume, like the sheer number of titles available in that series, I feel like I need somebody to kind of guide me and say, play this. That'll let you know what this series is all about. After that, you should play this. You can skip this one. You got to play this one.
I would guess.
And I would like to get into it, but
tell me if I'm wrong. I would guess they would say, play Assassin's Creed 2. Just like if 7-8 years from now we've had 4 or 5 Watch Dogs games, I would probably say, okay, start Watch Dogs 2, then go to 4 or : this or whatever.
right.
And then they would say, okay, after you get that and you see what Assassin's Creed is, go play Black Flag, Assassin's Creed 4.
Yeah.
So this is a prequel to the whole thing, ancient Egypt. I mean, we're talking like 2000 BC, I think, or something like that. Was somewhere around there was the time I thought I saw that they think this is set. So they're going back, not as far back as you can go, but they're going back super far. So they're getting completely away from getting closer and closer and closer to modern day. They're now doing a prequel to the whole thing. As far as prequel go, there's been so many different assassins, and I don't know how they all connect because, again, we haven't played them. But I wonder if this guy is somehow going to connect to all of them. I just don't know. But it is a prequel to the whole series.
Interesting.
It is interesting.
So here's my question.
Yes.
Unrelated. Well, yeah, pretty unrelated to this. Is Montreal like the Silicon Valley of Canada or something?
Yeah.
Is it?
Yep.
Like I know there's where to go. BioWare Montreal. There's Ubisoft Montreal.
There's
Jen worked at what, like
she worked at Square Enix in Montreal.
Montreal, like
there's WB Montreal who did Arkham Origins.
Yeah.
It is the Silicon Valley of Canada. Bernardo, let me know if I'm wrong.
I've been to Montreal. Now, granted, I was not yet 21. It was 12 years ago.
But you were at least 19, so yeah.
Yeah, I think I was 20. I saw Newfound Glory in concert there. Didn't strike me as Silicon Valley at the time. Yeah. Maybe a lot has changed in the last 12 years, but it just seemed like just a city, a really wet, rainy city. Now, granted, I was only there for a day, and it rained the whole time, so I assume it rains there every day. It probably doesn't, but that's just how I view Montreal, and it didn't strike me as anything like a San Francisco or at all, but maybe things have changed in the last 12 years. But yeah, I just keep seeing all these studios now are based out of Montreal now, it seems. So I don't know. Interesting. I was curious about that. But yeah, John Bernardo, let us know if you're watching.
And if anybody else from Canada is watching,
or anybody,
Bernardo, let us know. We just know Bernardo's our dude. Square Enix is selling IO Interactive. This kind of came out of nowhere. I've written down here, what about Hitman? But I think after I did this, I think they have said that IO is keeping the license to Hitman, and they're already working on Season 2, I think is what I read. So that's good to know. I love Hitman. I have played all the games except the very first one because I think that only came out on PC, and I never played it on PC. I played 2, Contracts, Blood Money's the best. Absolution I didn't think it was as bad as a lot of other people did. But then this new Hitman is the one that's supposed to be so good. All I've played is the beta. I love it. At some point, I'm going to go back and play that. That might be a summer game. Because I love Hitman. And it seems like they went back to what made Blood Money so great and away from Absolution, which is more, action focused and stuff.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. Kind of scary for all the people at IO Interactive that Square's selling them. Hope this doesn't mean that Hitman didn't do very well, because they were really trying to chart their own course with doing the whole episodic thing. Say, okay, here's episode 1. A couple months later, here's episode 2, and then episode 3. It's different than Telltale, where that's just an hour and a half, narrative experience where you touch a couple buttons. So I hope it went well. I love Hitman. You haven't played any of the games, I don't think.
Yeah, that's another series that I've missed out on entirely. But
we keep saying that. It's about time to bring it back.
What?
You think you can dance challenge?
Oh, yeah, we only did that once.
We only did it once.
It's just
what that is.
So
we did
difficult.
the you call yourself a gamer challenge way back on episode like 4 or something. So go back and listen to that. And then I challenged him with Metal Gear Solid. The whole premise was you call yourself like a video game fan, but you haven't played X. He challenged me with Super Metroid. Thank God. I love it. The game's amazing. I challenged him with Peace Walker because he's a big Metal Gear fan. That was a big gap in his Metal Geardom. And we always said we were going to bring it back. spoiler alert, I'm thinking of a game in this series for you if we ever bring it back. And there's a couple of
You should just challenge me to Horizon Zero Dawn.
I mean, I basically have. I've done it every week.
Yeah,
Peer
that's
pressure
true.
works. So, I don't know. Hopefully Hitman will be all right. The cover for Madden 18 was revealed. This dude, this guy, Tom Brady. And he gets a GOAT edition. I get it. He's the best of all time. I just hate the guy. I don't hate
I'm
him.
just
I don't
so
really hate
sick
him. I'm
of
just
it.
sick
Like,
of him.
after the Super Bowl, I hate the guy. I hate the Patriots. I hate everything about them. But at some point, you got to give the dude his props. And it's like, I admit,
he is the best of all
fifth
time.
ring. He's the best of all time. But can we just lay off him a little bit? Like, it just drives me nuts. Like, I thought when they won the Super Bowl that if I and other just New England and Tom Brady haters finally acknowledged, okay, no, he's legit the best of all time now, that all of the true Patriot fans
I'm
out
not
there
sorry.
would be like, oh, okay, fine, we can finally shut up about it and stop trying to convince people.
Oh, no, they will never.
And
no.
it's just like, for a second there, I came to peace with it. I'm like, all right, he's the best ever. I'm okay with that. Let's move on. And now it's, here's the GOAT edition of Madden. Like,
Right. Not deluxe edition or anything like that. The GOAT
God.
edition. Like, really?
yeah,
God, I hope the Madden Jinx comes back this year. Man.
yeah.
Anyways, I haven't bought a Madden game since, I mean, it's only been a year, I guess. I think I had Madden 16. No, Noah just bought 16. Madden 15 was the last one that I bought.
Oh, okay.
Wait, no. Noah just bought 17 when I had all the GameStop thing. So I did buy Madden 16. So it's been like a year and a half since I bought a Madden. This, I guess, is the first one they've used the Frostbite engine for. Did you see the trailer? It looks beautiful. And supposedly it's all in-engine footage. Do you remember all the way back to when they showed the test footage or the prototype footage for Madden on PS3?
Yeah.
And I was like,
It doesn't get any better than this.
and it looked nothing like that. It just looked
Yeah.
like PS2, but a little bit better. This, if this is real, and graphics aren't everything, but this would be, if it really looks like this, and it's not even the graphics, but it's the way everybody moved, and it seems so lifelike, like not canned animations, and they've gotten better with that over the years. If that's really how it is, I'm like, okay, I think I'm back in for Madden this fall.
Yeah.
And the Giants hopefully will be pretty decent, which always makes it a lot more fun to play.
Yeah. I'll have to check it out.
Nintendo revealed their E3 plans. They already said they weren't going to do the big conference thing and everything, but they did reveal that it will take place on June 13th, a pre-recorded Nintendo Spotlight, which will focus on Super Mario Odyssey. Again, the plan right now is we'll do a podcast the week or the night of Sunday after Xbox and Ubisoft and I think the PC show. Put up Monday morning. Do one Monday night after Sony and Ubisoft is Monday also with Sony, I think. Anyways, do one Monday night, put it up Tuesday. I don't know that we're going to do one. If it's just Super Mario Odyssey, I can't see devoting a whole podcast to it. So you'll probably get 2 podcasts from us that week, in addition to our predictions the week before. Then we'll come back the next week and talk about Mario Odyssey and everything. But yeah, they're going to focus on Odyssey. If you're there in attendance, you'll have your first chance to play Odyssey. I don't know if they're going to have 1 million booths like they did for Breath of the Wild last year. But then they're going to do Treehouse Live demos of a bunch of games from the 13th to the 15th. They have not had a traditional E3 presentation since 2012 with the Wii U. It's crazy.
Well, what was it recently that just went so bad? It was just
Switch
a big
reveal.
Switch.
When they were like laying down on the
That
couch and
was
like, you can play it like
terrible.
this.
I mean,
You can
it
play like
made me
this.
want to switch, but
But I guess
God,
that's
it was
why they
just-
don't do live presentations,
I
because
get- I
they
mean-
leave it up to Nintendo Japan
Yeah.
instead of letting Reggie and all the guys in Nintendo America do their thing.
Right.
They could do a great conference. They could.
Oh, they definitely could, but
Not that. That was
was
horrible. As much as I was
painful.
excited for the Switch, that, like, if you go back and watch it, there's times where we're almost falling asleep. Just like, what
Right.
the hell is happening?
Yeah.
Just show us Zelda, tell us the date. That's all we need.
yeah.
Halo 6, just a couple more quick items here. Halo 6 will not be at E3. Quote, I don't remember who said it. It's a guy working on the game, but quote, we'll have a little something at E3, but it's not related to the next major entry in the franchise. Maybe it's something for Halo Wars. Maybe it's DLC for the Halo Wars 2 that just came out. There goes one of my E3 predictions. I thought Halo 6 was going to come back, and I thought it was going to come back and focus on Master Chief and all this other stuff to make up for what everybody hated about 5. But I guess that's not happening. And if you own a Vita, Oceanhorn is coming out by the time you're reading this, it's probably coming out Tuesday. Little bone to pick with you, though. Foxcorn. That's the guys that made the game.
Sure.
It's not cross-buy. I don't like that. If I bought it on it, that almost never happens where if you buy something on PS4 and it comes out on Vita that you have to buy it again. Literally, I can't think of another game that's done that. Am I going to buy it again anyway? Yeah, I'm going to buy it again.
That's why they did it.
Yeah, I know. I'm going to buy it again, and I'm going to get it. I'll just
get another platinum.
I guess I'm going to turn my Vita upside down when I'm doing the fishing and stuff. That'll be really weird for that one stupid fish. Maybe they'll take that trophy out. Yeah, that'll make it. I need to just go.
You need to.
Instead of turning upside down, I need to just do it the right way. But
yeah, I don't know.
That's going to suck. That'll be the last trophy I get in that game. But Oceanhorn is fantastic. One of my top 5 favorite games of last year. Check it out. If you got a Vita, that game was made for Vita. So I'm so happy it's finally coming there. And I was starting to worry they were going to abandon it. But it is coming out this week. It may be out as you're watching this. Buy that game. That's the news of the week. But that is not the end of the podcast because why, Sean?
Because it's time to play the
It's the back of the box challenge. What happened? Was that
like a little weird sound there?
The back of the box challenge is how we end the podcast here every week on the Two Player Co-op podcast. What this game is we look at a previously released retail version of a game. We turn that sucker around. We stick it straight up into the back of the box challenge. We read the back of the box aloud to the other player. Bleep out any pertinent information or anything that will give the game away to make it too obvious. Then the other player gets to ask an exorbitant. A lot of questions as follow-ups to try and figure out what the game is. They have to be yes or no questions. The points aren't real and the questions don't matter. But if you lose, you have to wear the cone of shame, and one of these times we'll actually do it if we actually fail. That's the back box challenge. That's what we're going to do now. By the way, why have we never gotten one of these games? Thundercats, if you're listening on audio, you should be at youtube.com/2playercoop. Thundercats.
Seems like there would have been one for NES or something.
I don't think so. Not that I know of. Hit the comment section and let me know if I'm wrong.
I mean, I can't think of
Should
one.
have got a Thundercats game.
Seems like there would have been one.
Should have got a Thundercats game.
All right. Who's going first? Me? All right. I like this one.
I like mine too. I think it's going to be a fun week.
All right. Our hero, blank, needs your help on a daring quest to rescue his main squeeze, blank.
Bubsy.
Caught in the clutches of those despicable blank characters.
Blank characters?
Blank.
Characters is part of the
sentence?
It's not like you didn't substitute a word, I'm saying.
Oh, no.
Okay.
Those blank characters.
Those super...
Yeah. Blank, 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 and blank.
Blank, 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 and 4?
Yeah.
And 4 bad guys?
Yeah. Hop from one spooky room to another. Chase up...
Who plays Luigi?
No. Hop from one spooky room to another. Chase up creaking stairs and slide down rusty pipes. To get to blank, remember the secret passwords, then collect all the blanks you can find.
Do plays Bart Simpson?
No. But hurry! Before you can say blank, those rascals are on your tail. Blank can throw a good blank punch in a pinch, but for added protection, you can use some unusual objects like blank, blank, and blank. I can probably help you out there later if you need it. And that's not all. After a drink from the magic bottle, nothing will stop you. With a deft wrist, a quick wit, and a swift kick, you will win the game and have blank and blank blanking.
Come on, man.
I can't. You'll have blank and blank blanking happily together again.
That sounds so dirty.
I know. Oh, God.
What? I've no freaking clue. 8-bit?
Yes.
A Nintendo game.
Yes.
I mean NES. I mean
Yes.
NES game, not Game Gear or Game Boy. Is this a licensed game?
Yes.
Were there more games in this series than just this one?
Ooh. I think there was.
You kick, and you got a quick wit. Licensed. Quick wit, licensed. I've got the DuckTales theme stuck in my head. I know it's not DuckTales.
I would say there was not a blank 2 and blank 3, but there were other games that
were based on the property.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
Do you play as one character or more than one?
Just one.
Is the name of the game that character's name?
It's in there, yeah.
Nintendo game licensed. Capcom?
No.
Konami?
No.
No, the way you're answering, I'm never gonna. It doesn't matter.
It's not even anything I've ever heard of.
Okay, that doesn't matter.
I'll tell you what it is.
Did we own this game?
No.
Okay.
Chemco. Crap, does that mean something? I've never even heard of it.
I've heard of it, but I'm thinking like freaking Best of the Best or something like that.
No, that's not it.
I mean, I know it's not Best of the Best game. I've heard of Chemco. It also sounds like a dastardy like chemical corporation in a movie or something. Right. Dastardly. I think I said dastardy. I have no idea. I'm gonna wear the cone of shame.
All right, but for added protection, you can use some unusual objects like, I really don't want to say that one, blank, cargo crates, and water buckets. To me, the first one would kind of give it away, but...
Well, those two did nothing to help me. What is the
boxing gloves?
Do you play as a cat?
No.
Damn it.
It's not Bubsy.
Oh, okay. Well, do you play as a human?
No.
Do you play as an animal, which includes turtles?
Yes.
Boxing glove. Do you play as toads that battle?
No.
I mean, that's not Chemco. Duh. That was my favorite part of the things in high school where the desk was attached to the chair. It was so easy to turn around and crack your back because you didn't have to worry about anything moving. Yeah. Oh, it was awesome. Probably messed up my back for life doing that.
Probably.
Boxing gloves. Is the property that this was based on, is it I think I started to ask this and I got sidetracked. Is it a cartoon?
Yes.
That we watched?
Yes.
A Nintendo game made by Chemco. Damn it. That's so... Not because of this game, but I remember that. I just remember that being a thing. Did they make Deadly Moves? No, that was Kaneko. Kaneko. This is why I can't remember who the second president was. I don't know.
John Adams.
Well, to put it, why aren't you special? Hashtag Con's Last Stand. All
right, let's see if there's anything else I can...
Boxing gloves, based on a cartoon. Other games in this... Is it like Animaniacs or something? No, you play as one guy.
Yeah.
Is it a Warner Brothers property? Tiny Toons, Animaniacs, all that crap was Warner Brothers.
Maybe? I think so. I'm trying to see it on here. I think of it as that. Yeah. I'll look it up. I'm going to say yes, but I could be wrong.
Is this a platformer?
I wouldn't call it a platformer. Yeah, Warner Brothers.
Okay. Do you play as mice?
No.
Damn it. Binky and the brain. Oh my God.
I will tell you this is an earlier Nintendo game. This is 1989. I'll give you the year.
80s. Oh, well, so
it's not a later,
that was before all that. Yeah. Warner Oh God. Do you do play as an animal, you said?
Yes.
And it's not a cat.
It is not.
So it's not Sylvester. Is it a Looney Tunes franchise?
Yes.
Okay. All right. You don't play as a cat. I already asked you don't play as a mouse.
Correct.
What else is there? Do you play as a pig?
No.
Do you play as a Roadrunner?
No.
Do you play as a wabbit?
Yes.
Okay. I'm kind of can picture it now. Do you play as Bugs Bunny?
Yes.
I have no idea what the name of the game is, but I can see it. Oh my god. You remember the Bugs Bunny cartoon that we would never see again? The one that he
had
goes
like
under
a wheelbarrow full of gold
and he goes
something.
underground, he hits it, and like we never saw that. It was like our favorite one because I don't even know if it was actually a real thing or if we both.
No, it
up.
definitely was, but yeah, we never.
I mean, it's a bug. I don't know what it is, but
I'm gonna do something unprecedented here on the back of the box challenge.
You're gonna show the back of the box.
I'm gonna show you a screenshot from the game.
Oh my god! It's like a puzzle game, right?
Sort of.
Puzzle-ish.
Sort of.
Oh my god!
It's several of those levels.
Oh
kind of.
man!
And you have to collect all the carrots, basically, and then that's like the end of the level.
I'll never get the name of the game. I'm basically. I mean, I know it's
Bugs Bunnies. Well, actually, it's the Bugs, which sounds weird to me. The title of the game is The Bugs Bunny blank blank. It's an alliterative term. Adjective. Noun.
Bears beats.
No.
It's alliteration.
The other two are not with the Bugs Bunny.
Oh.
The other two words start with the same letter.
I know
Adjective,
what alliteration
noun.
means.
I know, but I didn't want you to think that it was going with the B's.
Crazy crane. Crazy. Oh my god.
You got crazy, right?
Bugs Bunny's crazy course?
Nope.
Crazy. Oh my god. I wish I wouldn't have even got crazy right.
You're one word away.
Bugs Bunny's crazy car. Bugs Bunny's crazy. Bugs Bunny's crazy. Crazy course. It's not. I said that course. Car. Crazy catch. Crazy catch.
No.
Crazy ketchup.
No.
Crazy. Oh my god. I remember this game. The front of the box is going to throw me for a loop because I can't picture it now, but I'm going to see it and go nuts. Crazy catastrophe.
Nope.
Crazy cut it out, man. I don't know. Crazy.
Give up.
I think I can't. I can't.
I can't. You don't know?
Is it CC or C and
CC.
then K? Okay. Cabbage. Cats up. Crazy cab.
No.
Crazy carnival. Crazy cats. Crazy castle.
Bingo.
Show me the front of the box. Oh!
Did you ever notice
Oh my god.
Sylvester? What's this guy's name? He has no
Stallone?
face. That's what I was going to say.
No,
That's
yeah,
not-
he's just
he has
hair.
no face. He's just
and then
hair.
there's black like nothingness behind his eyes. Oh, I
his
hate
soul.
that
I'm
rabbit.
rootin'est, tootin'est, rabbit shootin'est, guns blazingest, something.
Beer drinkingest.
Bugs
Damn it.
Bunny Crazy Castle. I'm going to count that as a stump.
How the hell did you ever think of that game?
I looked it up in my NES, but I was like flipping through the pages and then I saw it. I was like,
You looked it up on your NES.
my NES book.
Oh.
With all the games and
Oh,
stuff,
that's right.
yeah.
You got a lot more. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, no. Where'd my.
I got
oh,
a lot
there
at
it is.
my disposal.
All right. Well, I'm going to stump you too.
Probably.
Probably not.
By the way, my buddy Jason is at MetLife Stadium tonight.
What are they doing there?
seeing
Oh God, who?
Metallica.
Uh,
I'm very jealous. Shout out to Jason. Enjoy.
You don't play it; it plays you.
Virtual Boy.
No, I will never do a Virtual Boy game. Lock and load as you jump into this adrenaline rush. Blank, the hero from blank, awakes. Oh my God, it says awakes. Oh, I'm gonna say awakens from his cryogenic sleep to find himself in the clutches of his old enemy, the blanks. With your heart in your throat, battle through a blank labyrinth spanning 13 levels and endless sublevels. Feel the terror as you and blank move through dark, enemy-infested hallways and blank space station in the hopes of finally vanquishing the dreaded blanks.
Is this a...
God, just looking at the back of the box.
It's not a computer game.
Is it a question?
It's a question.
I mean, that was a statement.
Is it a computer game?
Yes.
I know it's not what it sounds like, even though I know it's not because I already did it. It sounds like Fade to Black. That was the first thing that popped into my mind, but I know it's not it. But it's a computer game. Is it Fade to Black?
I hate this game.
Didn't I do that like a month or so ago?
No. We talked about it, but... We talked about it on an old podcast because I was listening to it this week. It was like from a year ago podcast.
No, I feel like I did this within the last couple months. Or maybe we did just talk about it and I didn't actually...
You didn't do the back of the box. By the way, this game came out on DOS and PlayStation 1.
Yep.
And you can
you
can get it for like $7 on eBay. Find your freaking PlayStation 2.
Oh, I have it.
Make sure it works. I'm buying this game. We are playing this game.
I know I did this. Well, maybe I didn't do it, but we definitely talked about it recently.
We definitely talked about it. You
I
didn't
remember
do it.
talking about how that game, for whatever reason, freaked me out.
It was a year ago. It was a year ago. It was the episode I listened to a year ago.
I don't think I played that game much at all.
No, you
But I remember
watched it.
just watching you. I remember sitting on the arm of the couch in the playroom and just watching over your shoulder and you playing it.
I don't even remember how because it was a 3D game, but it was before like mouse and keyboard stuff. So it must have been ASDF moved and maybe up, down, left, right looked or something, and then space shot. Like I don't remember how it would have played in a because you didn't use like Doom, Wolfenstein, all that. That wasn't mouse and keyboard. That was just keyboard.
Well, yeah, but you couldn't even
Or
look
Gravis.
up. That was just
Right, because you didn't need if they were up here and you looked here.
you must have used the mouse on this, right?
I don't know.
If it was PlayStation
95.
1, that was long after
It was
like
95.
right.
Spoiler alert. Depending on how GameScoop goes this week, I sent this in to Damon. I was like, I got a good one for you. For 20 questions.
Yeah.
This will stump him. Sequel to Flashback. One of our favorite games. Absolutely love it. This game's really good. I want to play through it again.
Did you kind of do crap when I mentioned how Shadow Complex was kind of like Flashback?
No, but I'm gonna talk about
okay.
Flashback, so he won't even think. So he wouldn't talk about it. No, but I did a thing when you said it's a computer game. I'm like, this mother.
That's exactly
Bugs Bunny's crazy rampage. Carrot eating cactus or whatever the hell it was called.
carrot eating this, rooting this, tooting this.
Eating carrot, eating this carrot. Yeah, won't get it. This has
Go-
been episode 73. Thank you guys so much for being here. As you know, we are part of the Nerd 901 family. Go to nerd901.com for all things nerdy in Memphis and around the globe. Also part of the Nerd 901 family is Pixels and Papers. They just celebrated their 50th episode. Shout out to Derek and Ernie. Keep going, guys. They specialize in tabletop games and RPGs, so go check them out. Pixels and Papers on everything. YouTube, audio services. They actually got a website. Everything. Check them out. They probably update their Facebook page.
They do. We don't.
They have, as Sean alluded to, episode 75 is coming. We're going to live stream it either Friday or Saturday night. Not sure yet. We will put out an official update once we know. It's either going to be May 26th or May 27th. Keep an eye out for that. We're going to live stream episode 75, talk about our top 75 favorite games of all time.
Not in order.
No,
Just the list of them.
because we got to save that.
That's too
for
hard.
Maybe episode 100. I don't know. that'll require a lot of planning, but
Yeah.
we'll see. So stay tuned for that. I don't know where you're watching us, but make sure you go to youtube.com/2playercoop. Visit us. Hit the subscribe button down here. Hit the like button. Again, you see what's going on. Hit the like button. We appreciate you guys. And actually, we appreciate all you guys. Thank you for the views. Thank you. Find us on Twitter. Obviously, I'm at Kevin White 24. He's at Real Sean White. Together, we're at 2player_co-op. If you like audio, check us out on...
If you like audio.
I like audio. I think I'll check them out on SoundCloud, iTunes, Google Podcast, Stitcher, and audio services all around the world. If you like Facebook, hey, we got a Facebook page that we never update. Facebook.com/2playercoop gaming. Go ahead and check us out there and see old videos from like 6 months ago when we actually updated it. Thank you guys so much for being here. We're still on a quest to hit 400 or so. If we can gain like 25, give or take, depending on when this goes up, I don't know what it looks like.
Yeah, 2 weeks.
25 or so subs before episode 400. Seriously though, if you like this, you like what we do, spread the word, share the podcast, tell people to subscribe at youtube.com/2playercoop. Check us out. Come back for episode 75 when we do the live stream.
Yeah, come hang out with us.
It's going to be fun.
It's not going to be anybody that watched episode 50. It's not going to be that bad.
God, no.
We're not going 4 hours. We'll probably go 2 hours. If you have better things to do on a Friday or Saturday, I get it. Stop in and say hi, though. It'll mean a lot to us. So
yeah,
if you want to hang out with us the whole time, awesome. Please do.
Shout
but
out
at least,
to you crazy
at least
dudes
stop
that did
by
it last time.
and say hi to us.
Yeah, we'll be in the chat. We'll be answering questions. If there's any questions you guys have for us ahead of time, hit us up on Twitter, hit us up on YouTube, whatever. We'll compile them and we'll answer them as we go. And if there's anything that comes through the chat, we'll answer that as well. So yeah, check us out for episode 75. Thank you all so much for being here. It's crazy we've been doing this for 73 episodes. But until you see us for episode 74 with a very special guest, it may be something new also to show off. You never know what it might be or who might be here. Wolverine. Thank you guys so much for being here. And until that time, Sean, take us out.
Thank you for playing.
He got it! He got it! That looked awesome on the camera, too.
That was good. The last time I hit it, you couldn't even see it.
No, that was like bing bong. Nailed it. Thanks, guys.